Coach?
Well, it was obviously disappointing. You know, you take a week off. You're hoping as a coach you're doing the right things and getting them. But you know, we definitely took a step back today and didn't play as well as we wanted to. But you got to give Northridge credit. I thought they did a great job. They hung in there. Never could break them. Never could get any separation. You know, Green did a great job. And again, we just defensively and rebounding and free throws, we just didn't have a good focus tonight. And lucky to get out of here with a win, and hopefully we can fix it and get back on track a little bit.
Coach, you had that free throw shooting thing at practice the other day. I know they eventually made the 20 out of 25. I think they actually made 20 out of 23 there on that last one. What do you think happens? At one point, you ended up not as bad because you made your last 6, but at one point I think you were 16 of 33, under 50%, with about 3 minutes to go. What do you think happens to a team, like, you know, when that's unfolding?
Well, I think free throw shooting is so mental, you know, and so much of college basketball is mental. I mean, it's a game, you know, that you see a couple go through, you know, and a couple guys make them in a row, and then it just becomes easier. You know, what was it? 2 weeks ago we went 35 for 39, yeah. And you know, nobody's shooting more free throws right now than Gene Phelps, but it's not his. You know, he's not confident when he goes up there, and it's everything in athletics is so much confidence and so much. You know, I always say that it's contagious. You know, basketball is contagious. Winning becomes contagious. Losing, unfortunately, you know, becomes contagious. And you know, you make a couple shots in a row and it becomes contagious. You get a couple stops and it becomes easier to get those. And free throw shooting is no different. And you know, right now, you know, we're not, you know, in a good rhythm at the line. And you know, it starts with Gene, but you know, Larry missed 4 in a row, you know, after making the first 6. And you know. James missed 2. He's been shooting them well, and again, we just weren't in sync tonight, and you know, it's my job to try to get him back.
Coach, how much of this had to do? You told me the other day that you thought Northridge was better than the first time you played them. If you looked at their record, they had lost 4 out of 5 coming in. It didn't seem like that made sense, but they certainly played very well in the first half, especially. How much of this had to do with them being a better team than they were on January 7th? Well,
again, I think a lot. You know, and you have to give them a lot of credit. They played well, but my job is not to coach them. My job is to evaluate us, and we didn't play. You know, we need to evaluate ourselves on ourselves, and feel like the other team will take care of that. You know, if we play well, we should have success, and you know, obviously we won today, but we have got to continue to get better. And today we took a step back. We didn't, you know, we played, you know, not as good as the last time out, and that's, you know, it's impossible to stay the same. You know, you never stay the same from possession to possession, game to game, and you're either going to get better or worse. And unfortunately today we got worse. And you know, we took a lot of time off last week, and we got to get back to work on Monday and get ourselves cleaned up because we had 2 big road games.
Would you point to an aspect of what you guys are having trouble executing, or do you think it was a mental or focus issue?
You know, we measured 50-50 balls, and at halftime there were 7 of them. And they got 6 of them. You know, to me, everybody was saying, well, the layoff. To me, the layoff, if you're going to blame the layoff, it would be offensively. You know, out of rhythm offensively. Defensively, you know, if you've had a layoff and you've got fresh legs and you should be hungry and you should be, you know, and the rebounding should be, you know, you could maybe blame the free throws for layoff, but you can't blame the rebounding and the defense of the first half on a layoff. And, you know, it's... we got to get back and shore some of that up.
How surprised were you, if you were, by Kathy's resurgence there at key points in the second?
Well, he was huge. I mean, he had 7 straight points there in the gut of the game, and we needed them all. You know, but you know, our focus was indicative of how we tried to close that game out. From, Casper taking a 30-footer up 7 with a minute to go, to James trying to no-look a pass in, up 7. Things that we don't need to do. And again, this is a veteran team, and they should know better, but they're human too, and they made some uncharacteristic plays today that were unacceptable.